let's talk about the newly released camera from Obsbot, the Obsbot Tail Air AI-powered 4K PTZ streaming camera. This is more than just a streaming camera. This is the camera that pretty much you can bring anywhere you want. You want to take videos, maybe at the park, at the beach, or wherever you want to go. You can actually record directly to this camera using the micro SD card. And also you can stream not even at your home or wherever there is Wi-Fi. You can actually bring this camera anywhere you want, even to the place that there is no Wi-Fi, but using your cellular data. This is the camera that will track human, animals, and even objects. Without further ado, let me show you how to get started and control your camera using your iOS device. First, let me show you what comes in the box. Okay, first it has the warranty card, and this is the quick start guide. It comes with a case, so the case is actually pretty good. Okay, and there it is. It does come with USB-C to USB-C cable. This is to charge or to connect this one to your computer. And also it does comes with this USB-C male to dual female USB-C splitter. Also it comes with this. So this is just USB-A to USB-C adapter. And finally, this is the Obsbot Tail Air streaming camera. And now let's talk about all the ports on this Obsbot Tail Air streaming camera. Let's start from the bottom. This one here is pretty much where you mount this one to a tripod. And this one here, this is if you will buy an accessory from the Obsbot. It's the 360 degrees rotation play more combo. That's where you will be using that. And this one here, this is your mic port where you want to connect an external microphone. And mind you, this one has a built-in microphone. So pretty much if you are just close to it, or if you don't have an external microphone, then you can use the built-in microphone of the streaming camera. And of course, this one here is just your power button. This port here is USB-C. This is where you will be connecting this one to your PC or to charge. And over here, so this is your micro HDMI port. This one here, this is pretty much where you will insert your micro SD card so that you can record directly to this streaming camera. Now to get started, go to Apple Store from your iOS device or Play Store for Android device. From there, look for Obsbot Start and then download that. Once you downloaded the Obsbot Start, you need to register. Then register yourself, and then after that, you would have to connect your camera to your Wi-Fi. There are actually two connections. You can either connect by Wi-Fi or you can use cellular data. If you are just at home, might as well use the Wi-Fi, but if you still prefer to use your cellular data, you can for sure use it. So for this video, we'll just use the Wi-Fi. We'll just use the Wi-Fi connections. So from here, you will have to tap the live streaming via Wi-Fi. And by the way, from here, it will also tell you the percentage of the battery left from your camera. And now let's tap the word that says camera on here. Okay, there I am. So from here you will notice you have a small view on this corner over there. That is if you are recording or streaming, that is your view on your recording or streaming. And the big frame over there, that is your view. So you can see everything that all the frames that this camera is pointing. Now I'm showing gestures, and now it's following what I'm. So you have to be. This is an AI camera, so you have to watch out what is your gestures. Your gestures is how you communicate this camera. There you go. It's tracking me already because I did that. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so from here, so this is your home button right there. When you tap that, then it will disconnect to your camera, so we'll not go there yet. Go to the next icon below that. So if you tap that, you will have this director grid, so as if there are lots of cameras pointing you. So you can select one from here. Let's say I want this one, and if you are, let's say, streaming, then it will automatically change to that frame. Let's say auto, then it will select this one. Let's say I don't want that, I want wide, and it automatically select to this one. But anyway, those are your options as if you have a director taking video on you. Anyway, now it's tracking again because I shown some gesture. Let me stop it. There you go. And now let's go to the next one below that. This is the option where you want to select maybe autofocus or manual of taking a video, or even when you're doing streaming. So I set this one to manual. Maybe let's tap it again. So now this is auto. And from here, if you set it to auto, you still have the option here. So on this corner over here, the one that says Style Standard, if you tap that, you still have options from here. Let's say you want to select outdoor or pastel or custom. So when you select custom, you can still customize your video output. So let's say the sharpness, you want to move it up or down. So it's all up to you. Let's just put it back. And then the contrast, same thing. You want to change it. There you go, and lower it. Okay, let's just put it back. And also the saturation, you can change that. There you go. So quite a few options on here. Even this one, you can change this. Or even the brightness, you can change this one also. Make it more brighter or darker. Okay, maybe let's just put them back to 50%. Okay, so maybe let's just go back to standard. Okay, and so aside from that, again, this is an auto. Now let's go to over here. There are more options on here. Let's say this is auto right now. If you want to select daylight, then that's going to be your video output, or fluorescent. There you go. Tungsten. Oops. Let's go tungsten and cloudy. And custom. So again, custom, you can still change the temperature of your output. Maybe you want to change it like there. Maybe you want to move it up. The maximum is 10,000 Kelvin. Let's just move it back to auto. There you go. So anyway, those are your options. Now, if you change this one to manual, so this is now in manual, you have the ISO here, so you can change that. So if you tap ISO, then you can maybe lower it. There you go. And lower it some more if you want. If it's too bright, if maybe you're outdoor and too bright, then of course you can lower this one. Maybe something like that. And if it's, of course, low light, then you can increase your ISO. There you go. The maximum is 6,400. So maybe we're not going to go there. Maybe let's just use 800. And the shutter, you can also change it. So again, this is manual setting. You can change your shutter. So maybe let's use this one. So it gets darker as it moves up right there. There you go. And then, okay, maybe let's just set it to right there. Okay, so again, it's all up to you if you want to use manual or auto. Maybe let's set it to auto for now. Now, below there, you have these options also. So this is autofocus single and autofocus continuous. So this is your manual focus if you want to use the manual focus. Maybe let's just use the autofocus continuous. Maybe let's stop now this one here. Okay, so this is to mirror your view. So you can tap this one to mirror your view. This one here, if you want to turn on or off the grid. So there you go, something like that. And this one here, if you want to turn on or off your HDR. Okay, so turn it on or turn it off. And now let's get out from here. Okay, now from here, this play button over here, this is if you have recorded already, then you just tap that, and then it should show over here if you recorded already something, then you can play them, or you can even download it to your device. From here, So if you're going to tap this one wide or auto, it's all up to you. So this is auto and this is wide. Let's select wide first for now. This one here is how slow and fast you want the camera to track you. Okay, I'm going to turn on the camera to track me. There you go. And then I'll move here or there. Now if I'm going to change this to fast, okay, there you go. Maybe let's just use standard. I'm gonna let this camera stop tracking me. There you go. Okay, so and the next one, it says here, please select the tracking target before adjusting the composition. So what it is if you're going to tap this next button or option over there, it says here, box select the object for tracking. So let's say I wanted to track this phone right now. So what I'll simply do is I'll make a square, and then it will track my phone. So let's say I wanted to track this one over here. Okay, so what I'll do is I will tap this one and then make a square right there, and then it will track this one wherever I bring it. There you go. Okay, so maybe let me just put it back. Now let's move on to the next one. So this one here is pretty much the same thing. I showed this one already. Let's say I want to track this phone. Okay, so I'm going to make a square right there, and then it will track this phone wherever I move it. So this is just an option for you where your camera to go. Let's say you want to move it over there or over here. This one here is how fast you want to move your object or your frame. The transition as to the original frame to the second frame is a little bit faster. It's not as smooth as if you move this one to there. So maybe let's just use that one right there. Okay, so this one here is, again, this is your view, your full view. Now this one here, this is if you want to zoom in yourself manually from here, then you can do that. And now, as you notice, my face is off. So what I'll do is I'll hold and drag it somewhere there, and it's going to move to center my face, or at least inside the frame. Okay, and now I'll show you. So maybe let's just select the full view. And this next option over here, that is if you want to say I want to show somewhere here and somewhere there and over there. Okay, so let's tap this one here. So this is your first position. So if you want, you can actually crop this one also. So maybe you can actually pinch in and out if you want. Let's say I wanted to have my first position over here. So that's going to be my first position. Now if I'm going to add one more, so this is going to be my second one. So let's say I wanted it this one right there, and maybe I wanted the full view. I will set this one as my second defined position. So I'm just going to hit update to tell that this is my second frame that I wanted to show. And now I want to add one more. Let's say I wanted to show that part over there. Okay, so what I'll do is, again, I'm going to pinch this one, and this is my third frame that I wanted to show. Let's say I wanted to show over here. Maybe I'll make it more smaller. Maybe I wanted to show over there. So what you do to set that is tap the P3 right there and then hit update. There you go. Now if you want to change your frame, let's say P1, it will go to, okay, I did not update that one. That's why it goes to the full view. Okay, maybe let's set it again. So this is our position number 1. So let's say right there, and you have to make sure to tap and hold P1 and then update. Okay, now let's check. So this is our position or frame number 1 if you want to show it. And now if you want to show frame number 2, so this is the full view that I selected, and then frame number 3, that's the one I selected. So anyway, this is pretty neat that you can just tap or select those options, and then you don't have to zoom in and out, so you can select those positions. Just so you know, you can only set up to 3 defined positions. From here, if you actually go back to your director's grid, it adds the 3 positions or the 3 frames that you added. So you can select wide still and auto or face number 1, and yet you can still select those 3 positions that you selected earlier. Okay, let's get out from there. Now, if you tap this 3 dots on the bottom left corner, you'll have these options here. So as you notice, these are your gestures. So make sure to turn them on. If you don't turn them on, then you will not be able to use them. Like this one is a selected target. So let's say that that's the one I'm showing you earlier. So if you do that, it will track you, and then do that again, it will stop tracking you. And then if you like do this symbol, it will record. It will start recording. And make sure it detects it. You will hear a beep if you're just closer to it. If not, then it'll tell you. You can see it from your phone that it is start recording. And to zoom is just do that, and then I'll show that to you in a bit. And dynamic zoom, it tells you here. So again, let's do that here. If I'm going to do this, it will track me wherever I go. Okay, there you go. And now if I do that again, it will stop tracking me. So even if I go over here, it will not follow me. Now if you do this, it's supposed to zoom in. So make sure okay, there you go. And then if you do that again, it will zoom out. So make sure, there you go. And dynamic zoom, of course, you can do this or that. Okay, make sure you are detected. So there you go. Or simply do that. Okay, let's say you want to record yourself there, as I showed you earlier. You just have to do this, and it will start recording. There you go. So I can hear it beep, and I can also see it from here that it started recording. So there you go. I am now recording, and I'm going to show you also using the built-in microphone of this camera. And now that I have started recording, whatever you're hearing, this is now the recorded audio using the built-in microphone from this Obsbot Tail Air streaming camera. If you do not have an external microphone, of course, you can use the built-in microphone of this camera. Of course, you can do this one to vlog. Let's say you're like outside and you forgot to bring your microphone, your external microphone. Of course, this can record you talking using the built-in microphone of this Obsbot Tail Air streaming camera. Okay, and to stop the recording, simply do the same thing. That sign. There you go, and now it stopped recording. As I showed you earlier, the play button right there, that's where you will find your recorded video. If you want to record manually over here without using those gestures, then just hold over here and it will record yourself. And now if you want to, of course, to stop it, maybe let's stop it for a bit. Okay, now if you hold this one here, it gives you more options. There you go. This is where you want to, let's say you want to stream, you are somewhere else without any Wi-Fi, you want to use your cellular data from streaming, you can. So you have these options here. You can stream to YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. From here, you have this media settings right there. And now what I'm doing is I am using 30 frames per second and resolution of 4K. That is what I'm using right now. The ones that I used earlier when I was recording. And here, if you will be, if you're going to use the RTSP, you have these options also over here that you wanted to select. You can select 4K if you like, or HDMI to connect it to HDMI. You can select also 4K if you would like. But we will not be doing those ones. So again, over here, as long as you connected yourself to YouTube or Facebook, let's say YouTube, I have not connected yet myself, then you just have pretty much to log into it, and then you can start streaming from there. And same thing with Facebook, same thing, you just have to log in and you can stream from there. Now, if you want to live stream and at the same time you want to record your streaming on the SD card or micro SD card that you inserted to this camera, you can do that by selecting this one here, or you want to turn on that one, full recording. By doing so, you are recording it to the micro SD card that you've inserted, plus you are doing your streaming. But again, it's all up to you. And if you want to start streaming, then once you log in, just hit start right there and you are streaming from there. Okay, here's a quick sample as to what it's going to be look like. Now I'm going to be asking it to track me by just doing like that. Okay, there you go. Now it should be starting tracking me. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's see if it will follow me over here. Okay, there you go. Let's see if it will still follow me if I go farther, a little bit farther. So let's see over here. I'm gonna go here. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, it's still following me. That's how far I am already to my phone, and it still follows me. Maybe I'll walk some more farther. Okay, there you go. So as you notice, it's still it's still following me. Okay, there you go. So anyway, that is a quick sample recording. Okay, I'll do that. There you go. There you go. So again, I'll do this. And do that again. There you go. This is a sample of, let's say if you want to record to your micro SD card you inserted to this Obsbot streaming camera. And that is all I can share for today. I hope this video gives you an idea what to expect if you will be getting one of this kind of streaming camera. As I said, this is not only a streaming camera, this is like a mirrorless camera, and it's AI. It tracks you down, and anything you want, pretty much an object, an animals to track. And again, there's more to it. It has a built-in battery on it, and you can pretty much use it wirelessly, streaming it outside wherever you want, of course using your cellular data if you would like. By the way, if you will be interested in getting this camera, I will be adding a link under the description below. Currently, by the time I am making this video, it is currently $4.99 US. And before I end this video, I want to thank Obsbot for sending me this camera for me to test it out and do my review. By the way, Obsbot also sent me this Ethernet cable. I will do a separate video on using this Ethernet cable. This is pretty much to do live streaming, connecting your camera directly to your router. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of video, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet, and hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.